Nope.
Store is over.
You just AFK'd a lot. The store was open the whole time you were here, and you just AFK'd. Right before we played Roblox, right when Taylor arrived. Yeah, you were. It was on last time we played. I don't remember. The last time we played for a little while. She puts the lime in the coconut. That's fine. Don't do that to the produce. Ah! Back off, puppy. You can't have my gummy worms. They're mine. Pretty much what it looks like he's saying. What? You got a problem with that? Yeah? Woof? Woof? Go outside? Go outside? Go outside? Oh. Nah, I'm good. I love that there was an attempted assassination attempt on a U.S. politician, and all we can care about is who he voted for. Not, oh my god, this man almost died, regardless of what you think, he shouldn't die. Nah, it's like, oh my god, he's left. No, he's right. Actually, he's retarded, so he's center. That's really stupid. Huh. We're all gonna die. The fact that we had a U.S. assassination attempt on an American politician, regardless of what you think of the man, and all we can care about is if he's left, right, centrist, or whatever. Not that, you know, hey, maybe we should, you know, deter people from trying to assassinate politicians. I'm not saying that. What? How about voting your local elections, where your impact is much more felt? I know who my senator is. Ours is Christopher Whitmer. Did you see Trump called RFK? He called after the assassination attempt. He called RFK. No. Nay. I don't know, man. This world's falling apart, man. We're all gonna die. Okay. Nay. So, how about that running mate of Trump's, huh? He's a very, very not good dude. That's all you need to know. So the problem with him is he's essentially a spokesperson for Project 2025. And again, it's not Trump I don't trust. I think he's an idiot and doesn't know any better. I'm going to tell you right now, if JD Vance and Trump win, we are going to have a very, especially you, Lexi, are going to have a very, very, very bad time. No, it's going to get worse. It will be the end of democracy. Well, sounds like fun. Hmm? They're also trying to ban contraceptives and force women to have children. Yeah, I'm just saying, like so they're trying to remove birthright citizenship, which is so no, so birthright citizenship is if you're born on U.S. soil, you are a U.S. citizen. They're trying to remove that for everybody. Not if it was just foreigners, I could get it, but like it's for everybody, including U.S. citizens. You automatically have to, when you turn a certain age, you have to pass a test or something. Essentially, what they're trying to do is make it to where if you don't vote Republican, you get exiled out of the country. Now, if that sounds a lot like I don't know, authoritarianism, then maybe don't vote for the big Donald. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's one of the tamer things they're trying to do. They're trying to ban all contraceptives completely. All forms of birth control banned. Um, they're trying to what was the wording they used? Increase fertility suggestion in women. Essentially, it means forcibly impregnate a bunch of women to artificially increase the population because it's declining and force them to have children. Ban sex education completely, so that way people do get trapped into having children. Banning abortion of all kinds, obviously. Taking away women's right to vote is my personal favorite funny. They're trying to make it you can't vote unless you provide an ID and proof that you own a building or land. Swipe your card on the payment device. It's real. Yeah, that's the point. They're trying to make it only old rich white people can vote, Lexi. That's the point. It's bad. It's very bad, and this whole world is going to shit. We had a good run, solid 200 years, but America's over. It's real bad. That's some of the tamer shit in that. They're trying to they're trying to remove the Department of Education and the Department of Transportation. They're trying to defund the EPA. Yeah, they're trying to they're trying to ban critical race theory. So fuck your amendments, fuck your freedom of speech. Trying to make it illegal to insult the president. Again, fuck your freedom of speech. It's real bad. We're all gonna have a real bad time, guys. Like, not to scare anyone, but like, I'm not even sure what to do at this point. Project 2025 is the single worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's also not good. Here's the problem, right? Unless we go after the organizations responsible, like AOC is currently, what is it? The Heritage Foundation, the NRA, that stuff. Unless we go after their people and prevent it, they'll just be a Project 2028. It won't end. Here's the thing. I am fairly confident, whether you like his politics or not, I am fairly confident Joe Biden's not going to do anything particularly dangerous. Like Yeah, well, even that, I don't think he's gonna do. At this point, he hasn't done it. Okay, look. Say what you want about the man. He will go down as a mediocre president at best. Like if he ends up being done, right? He will be looked at as his foreign policy was okay. He tried his best as he could in his situation to fix the economy as much as he could. He didn't do a very good job, but he tried. And if he stepped, what? Yeah. Like the point is, right? Joe Biden would go down as an okay president. Who is that? Oh, it's Taylor.
Hello.
Hey, Dippy, remember what you said earlier? The point is, Joe Biden would go down as like an okay president. He'd be looked at as a fairly successful in terms of domestic policy or foreign policy. Domestically, he'd be looked at as all right, not the best, not the worst, just kind of mediocre at best. But because he's so insistent on running a second term, which in his first term he said, "I won't be a second term president. I just have to beat Trump."
Just what I was after.
Yeah. And then the future is here with RFK or Elizabeth Warren or something. And instead, we have Biden again. Well,
I think it'd be super hilarious now.
For me, again, I wouldn't mind Elizabeth Warren. If I had to pick a female president, that'd be the one. Some people are okay with Gretchen Whitmer.
No.
No. 3 or 4. Here's the problem with RFK. He is going to pull votes away from Biden, and that could be enough to let Trump win. Again, I'm not a Biden fan at all, but I cannot stress this enough. Donald Trump cannot win. I mean, he will. He's gonna, but yeah. Yep. Highest possible, or what I think he's gonna get? What I think he's gonna get is about 2 or 3%. The highest possible, probably like 10. Yeah, third parties do not do well in the polls, my guy.
This is perfect.
The only third party to ever get close was a guy in the 90s who ran against. Who was it he ran against? Was it Bush Sr.? I think he ran, and he won.
Tyler.
Yeah, I think he won
Tyler.
like 12%. What's up?
Teddy Roosevelt. He actually won the presidency as a third party.
That was in a time when third parties were viable, Taylor. We're talking about modern history. If there was ever an election that a third party could win with the right, politics and stuff, it'd be now. But it's just so unfeasible because he's going to pull voters away from Biden. It's just not going to work because everybody's fear is going to be, oh, well, if I vote for him, nobody else is going to vote for him, and then Trump's going to win. So I'm going to vote for Biden because I don't want Trump to win, but I really don't like Biden, and I agree with Kennedy more, but Biden's going to be our best option. That's the problem with a first past the post electoral college system. We need a tiered system, but it'll never be different because this is the easiest way to rig an election. Not even like ballot stuff. Yeah, easily. They could very much do it. Just nobody wants to because it's so much easier to rig an election when you can gerrymander the shit out of it. And I'm not even talking about like ballot stuffing. The election's decided decades beforehand.
Yeah.
Like
I was looking at our maps here, and
a
single house actually ever lifts a dim banner. All of them do Repub banners.
So the way
all of the
it
districts
works,
here.
Yeah, are Democrats. So the way it works is essentially the problem is you have people. The people who draw the lines are the same people who are elected by said lines. Yeah, it's real bad. Yeah, yeah, because it's really bad. But the same thing goes for presidency. The only other hope we have, and this has never historically happened, but technically is possible. So when you vote for a president, 27 states do not require the electors to vote for the person who won. So hopefully, if Donald Trump gets all those electors and the college comes to their senses and is like, that's a bad idea, and maybe they swap them all to RFK. It won't happen, but a man can dream. Yeah. Nah. The problem is he's gonna pull votes from Democrats, and it can't. He'll drop out long before that. I don't know. I like him. I really do. Him and Elizabeth Warren. If I had to pick between the two, it'd be Warren.
Okay, but I'd like to point out the irony of what just happened and then the potential of a Kennedy.
Fair statement. But they tried to make Trump an honorary Kennedy. The problem is, and again, if people are voting with young people, don't vote. They don't. Mostly because we can't afford to take time off work to go vote. That's not the point. I believe there's a movement to make it. They're trying to make it as hard to vote as possible so rich white people stay in charge. It's just how it is. America is a nation built on rich white people. That's all it is. Capitalism has failed. Like, it's not. Inflation's at an all-time high. Statistically speaking, our generation will never own a house. Just like statistically, if you're past the age of 24, you're never going to be able to financially afford a house. Ever. It's just not possible. You can't save money because stuff costs so much. I can't even get a car at an interest rate that's even decent. Because, like, yeah. Can't get one at all. I'm struggling and I work 2 jobs. So it's just a system of bureaucracy that has been designed, especially like I'm a straight white cisgender male. I hate that word, by the way, but that's how people describe it. And I'm having a rough time. Imagine if you're like a gay, lesbian, transgender or some shit. Like, it's going to be really difficult for them. Even Lexi has it harder than we do. Like, it's bad. This country's awful, but it's especially awful for anybody who's not a straight white male.
And then even then, it's awful.
Yeah. So imagine how much worse it is.
Not along those lines. It is literally just, are you rich or are you poor?
Yeah. Imagine, Taylor, how bad it'd be for somebody who's not, like, we have it even easier. We're religious, conservative, straight white males. And we still have
how much that gets me, it gets people against me these days? In this country where I am?
Exactly, that's the point.
Your point is is like the fucking opposite of what you're saying.
I'm not talking about, like, in the general public's opinion. I'm talking about the government. The government is designed for straight, white, middle-class Americans who are religious and conservative, and we still have a rough time.
The current government is designed to make everyone think either that way or the opposite way, so that people are divided.
Yeah,
divide and conquer.
Yeah. The point is, Taylor.
You're missing the point, Taylor.
You're missing the point, Taylor.
Think it's this man's
offended that I said he has it easier because he's straight and white and a male. No, Taylor. The point
I literally said exactly the opposite.
I'm not saying like we have it easy. I'm just saying it's a lot easier to be us than it is any other domination of any combo. Like, seriously.
Where I am, the opposite is true.
I've lived in California, Taylor. That is not true. I guarantee, and you may not see it. Taylor,
you lived in
you may
Desert
not
Zone,
see
not
it. Okay, you may not see it, but if you were to apply for a job and a woman applied for a job with the exact same background, everything was exactly the same except the gender was swapped, 78% of the time you're going to get the job over her. That number goes up to 90% if you flip the race to anything other than white. I'm not saying it's like
that generation works maybe other place or in general overall, but when it comes to specific areas have different situations.
I'm telling you right now, Taylor, there's no woman that will get a job over you if you have the same qualifications. It's just not a thing. And I'm telling you, as somebody who hired people all the time, okay? I'm telling you this. There are no way. You don't. So for me, it was easier because I was at a pizza place. But Taylor, hiring a woman is like impossible nowadays. It's just not possible. Because like, do you know how hard it is to like be in charge of females? Like the Me Too movement, regardless of what you want to say, and this is going to get some fiery responses. The Me Too movement has made it impossible for women to be employed. Just because, and it's not even like anybody's going to do anything to them, and it's not even like anybody's thinking about doing something to them. The fear, and maybe after we finish stocking the shelves, the fear men have to even talk to a woman in the workplace is so high right now that it's almost impossible to hire them. I personally let my boss, who is a female, hire all the women. I would not do it. It's just I don't know how to handle that. This is
supposed to be a hot take. This is just reality.
No, this is a different one. I'll tell them that story in a minute. The point is, so no, I'll tell you an example and why I did not hire this woman. How not to dress.
1 minute. Yeah, okay.
Of course. So, Lexi, what's your opinion on my take on women? Oh, yeah, that explains why I have not been yelled at yet.
Okay, I'm back. Half the U.S. Air Force decided to blast their engines, so I had to fucking close the window so I could hear you.
So I'll give you an example. There's this girl that came in for an interview. She couldn't have been more than like 19, I think is what she was. According to her application, she was like 19, right? She came in with a dress about 3 sizes too small, makeup, drinking a Starbucks or whatever, dress bending over and like impossibly dressed. Not the way you dress to go anywhere, let alone work.
Professional.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't know how you leave the house dressed like that. I'm serious.
Oh, shit.
Her clothes were basically non-existent. And she came in for an interview, seemed like a good kid, but I, in all faith, could not hire her because I can't reliably tell me. And while, again, I am a professional and I am a man, and she's also like a child, I employ children, specifically horny teenagers. I am not going to stick this woman near a bunch of horny teenagers and not have a headache. So I didn't hire her.
It also tells exactly the type of person she's going to be in that she is going to use that type of stuff for power.
Yeah. That's not the point, Taylor. The point is I find it harder to hire people like that because, like, a woman, like 5 years ago, that wouldn't be a problem. But I don't want to deal with, oh, this person sexually assaulted me or harassed me or whatever. Because, like, I was a manager of a pizza place. I don't get paid enough for that. But that's the point.
I'm not saying if she got denied a raise, that would be exactly what would start being said.
I'm telling you, if she didn't get the hours she wanted, that's how it would be. The point is, not all women are like that, but that's the fear people have when hiring women. So it's a lot easier to hire men than it is women, and it was easier for me. I hired almost exclusively men.
Yeah, because a dude says something, no one's going to fucking believe it, even if it is true.
Dippy, I'm stuck.
Oh,
nope, I'm good now. I fixed it.
Wait, Tyler just said something, and Dippy believed him. Someone believed him.
Hooray.
Dippy just proved me wrong.
Yeah, it's very, very hard in this world for women to get with the limited job market as it is. It's hard, especially like in my industry. not even like pizza, but like I work at a warehouse. You know how hard it is to hire a woman at a warehouse? Or at my asphalt plant, I never worked with a woman in my life.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm just going to immediately say this. Any sort of trade or